Okay, hello Dr. Springer and any other Laverne evaluators. I want to give you guys a idea of what I'm working on with my EdPuzzles here. So this is my class website, and this is something where I could post it to the top of the page so all my students would see it right off the bat, and they can access it simply by clicking the link here. So what this EdPuzzle is this is a video that I pulled off of YouTube, and as you can see here, as they watch it, I have built questions into the video for them. So this is a PBS video about kids, if they should go to college or if they should do vocational school. That's a unit I'll be doing with my class. And let me just skip ahead here to give you an idea of how this works. So I'm able to edit this video so it stops ahead of time, and then I can write questions into it. So right off the bat, I have a pretty basic question or series of questions. I want my kids to know they are watching the PBS News Hour. This is a feature on education. They're running this every Tuesday. They talk about in the video the different things that they're trying to accomplish through this, and then this specific episode is looking at vocational schools. So they would actually go in and type in all those answers. If my students want to, they can rewatch this, they can skip and come back, or they can type this in and they can move along. Okay? So this is going to be graded because these are all writing questions, so I would go back and grade these. Okay? So the video continues to play. I'll just look at one more of these and it'll give some, it'll show you kind of how they work.
And most will go on to college. It ought to be something to celebrate, but in fact, nearly 40% of those who go to four-year colleges and some 70% of students at community colleges will never earn their degree.
Okay, so the question that I've added in here is what percent of university and community college students will never earn their degree? So they would say, ideally, 40% of university students and 70% of CC students will never earn their degree. And they would submit that, and I would go back and I would find it. So the video continues. I have questions baked in the whole way through. It ends with a reflection that I tell them to answer in a paragraph. Okay? So that is the EdPuzzle. That's how it works. I also wanted to show you some of these teacher tools that I have that are pretty cool. Okay? So I have my classes here. I wanted to show you from last year. I borrowed an EdPuzzle from a colleague of mine. This new EdPuzzle is the first one I've created. And you can see, you can import any class from Google Classroom in there. So if I imported from Google Classroom, I added this class. These are all my classes from last year that I have not archived yet. So they could all be added, and then you can assign the different videos. So last year, my American Lit kids watched President John F. Kennedy's inaugural address. This was created again by a colleague of mine. I can see how many of my kids did this, and then you can go through. She wrote this where everything was multiple choice, so it's all graded for me, but I can just pull up a random student's work, and I can see how they answered all these questions. So this is a pretty sweet tool that I'm really excited to use. All you have to do is find a video that you like, you go through, and you add in questions. They can be multiple choice, they can be fill in the blank, they can be reflection, however you want them to be. And then you go back. And if you do the multiple choice, it grades it all for you. And you can even look, did they watch the video? How did they respond to the questions? This shows if they rewatched something, maybe if they were a little confused about the answers. It's a pretty cool tool that I'm excited to use. So hopefully that makes sense. And if you want, you can access the EdPuzzle and you can work on it yourself if for some reason you want to do that. Thank you.